Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of Algebra 2 Honors. Good to have everybody here today. We are on day 2 of our test review, and we have the question, are these two expressions equivalent rational expressions? So I want you to look at that, think about it for a minute, and then we'll go over it, see what you think, and talk about problem-solving strategies. Do you have a strategy, Addie?
I'm thinking about it.
You're thinking about it? It's good. Thinking is good.
Technically, yes, but now I'm just saying everything's flipped.
Okay, what do you think on this one?
Yes.
Yes.
You think they're equivalent? How did you figure out that they are?
That's what it's good, just
I don't know, if you factor out the negative sign,
Okay. You factor out the negative sign, yeah. And we had, yeah, if you take like this one here, and you make that a negative sign, then this is going to be like negative x and positive 3, right?
yeah.
And if you do the same thing here, you can make this a negative x
Plus,
and positive 6.
but then do the negative signs cancel out?
Yeah, and so what you have left is these will cancel out, because you can cancel these out. And then what you have is negative x plus 3, which can be written as 3 minus x.
Right.
And in the denominator, you have this negative x. You can rewrite this as 6 minus x. And then you bring down to x plus 4, which is really,
How did that happen?
what happens is, this is the same as 4 plus x.
Right.
So that's a good strategy to do it. That's like the algebraic strategy. Is there another strategy you can do to check that out?
Calculator.
Yeah, calculator, you can check for equivalency on the calculator. Then you'll see if the graphs are the same and so forth, right? So any questions on this one? Okay, no? All right. Okay, 7, add or subtract the following rational expression, get one simplified fraction with a single denominator, state any excluded value. So go ahead and do this one. And we'll go over it in a couple of minutes, okay?
Is that lowercase? I mean, it does cancel out, but yeah,
Be like,
Okay. Let's see where we start talking. So how would you do this problem here? What's your common denominator going to be?
-4.
So x minus 4, right? And what, you have excluded value here?
4.
That's excluded value. X cannot equal 4. Okay? And now to write this as a one simplified fraction, what would you do?
Multiply by the common denominator.
So what are you going to multiply by the common denominator? Okay, what I had is the people in 7th period and 2nd period did this. They wrote this x minus 2 over 1, so they just did that over 1, yeah. And then they multiplied this by x minus 4 over x minus 4. And then brought over this plus 5 over x minus 4. Okay? So what is this going to simplify to? X squared. You see that, x times x, minus 2x, minus 2 times x, minus 4x, and then negative 4 times negative 2 is going to be plus 8. And then we have this 5 over here, plus 5, so we can rewrite this as x squared minus 6x plus 13 all over, yeah, x minus 4. Okay? Questions on that one? It's not that hard, is it? Okay. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and do number 8. And we'll talk about that shortly. Okay. What? First thing you want to do on this one is what? Factor your denominators, right? So we get x squared plus 7x plus 12. That's going to be equal to x plus 3, x plus 4, right? And then next we have x squared plus 8x plus 15. That's going to be equal to, okay, x plus 3, x plus 5. And then what are our excluded values going to be? Yeah, so x cannot equal, I'll put cannot equal, right? I'll put -5, -4. X cannot equal also -3. Okay. All right. And so now we have these two fractions, the difference of two fractions. How are we going to common denominatorize these things? So this first one here is like x plus 3, x plus 4, right? What do we do to common denominatorize this first one here?
X plus 5.
So let's go ahead and multiply by x plus 5 over x plus 5, right? So now we've common denominatorized that one here. And then we have -4 over, same thing, x plus 3, and then x plus 5, right? And what do we have to multiply this thing by? X plus 4. And so now we have x plus 4 up here. All right. Now, one thing that I did in the other classes, and people had a little hard time following me on this next part that I'm going to show you. So be sure to speak up if you don't catch this here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to distribute these numerators here and just leave these up here. So here, for this one here, we have 2x squared plus 10x. Does that make sense to you? Okay. And then over here, for this one, we're going to have minus 4x minus 16. Does that look right to you? Okay. And as a last step here, we're going to combine all these like terms where we have them and write them as our answer over x plus 3, x plus 4, x plus 5. So that's that. So we just go ahead and combine like terms, so we get 2x squared, and then we have 10x minus 4x, which would be plus 6x, and then we have finally minus 16. Does that look right? Julia says it looks right. So we're going to go with what Julia says? Yeah, I think we ought to go with what Julia says right now. Okay. Julia, do you feel like you're under pressure? No, she's not. Okay, she's not. She's relaxed. Any questions on this?
Can it be factored more?
That's a good question here. Yeah, actually, it's a fair question, because what happens is, I'm just going to go ahead and see if we can factor that, because I haven't even seen that yet. So first of all, we have 2 times x squared minus plus 3x minus 8. That is factorable, isn't it?
Not that.
No, it's not. So we can't factor this any further, but if we could, it's possible that we could cancel what's in the denominator. So it was worth a try. Ben, I'm glad you thought of it.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, that was worth a try. Okay, good job. Okay, let's go on to 9. Again, same instruction, to add or subtract the following rational expression to get one simplified fraction single denominator. State any excluded values.
Oh, this is? So x squared minus 16?
Yeah, so this will take it. So, you can put this, but,
Oh, so I would, like this.
Yeah, but you don't cancel out all these add the division problems that we do with,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, okay. So that only on like one page. And then this one would be like plus or something.
Okay, for this one here, how would you do this one to get a common denominator?
Well, you'd have to, or you get to factor down the x squared minus 15, right?
Yeah, and so x squared minus 16 is going to be,
X plus or x minus 15.
yeah, so it's going to be x plus 4, x minus 4. So that's going to be your common denominator too, right? All right, good. What values are excluded? Anything?
-4 and +4.
Yeah, so Addie says -4 and +4. So x cannot equal, we will say, plus or minus 4. All right? So what can we do to this thing here? 3 over x plus 4. And then what we multiply this by? X minus 4. And then up here also x minus 4. And then we have minus 7 over x plus 4, x minus 4, And up here, do we multiply anything up here? No, because that's already has the correct common denominator. Then we have 2x over x minus 4. And what do we multiply that by? X plus 4, thank you. And then x plus 4 here. Okay? And again, if we just go ahead and distribute up here, we're going to get 3x minus 12. Does everybody see that? And then up here, we're going to get minus 7, because that's just bringing this up here. And finally, we have plus 2x squared. And then 2x times 4 is plus 8x, thank you. And then we can just combine our like terms, which are, first of all, we'll put 2x squared. And then we have 8x plus 3x, which is 11x. And finally, we have minus 12 minus 7, which will be minus 19, thank you. And then all over this, x plus 4, x minus 4. Okay? Should be pretty simple. Any questions on that? Everybody see how these terms, how we figured out where we got the 11x and minus 19 from and everything? Okay. All right, let's go on to number 10. Okay, on number 10, we just have a limited scope of what's being asked for us to do here, and that would be just to find the excluded values to that quotient. And so, how would you do that? Or take a minute on that, and we'll talk about it in a minute after you figure it all out. Okay, so what do you have to, which of these things do you have to worry about?
The denominators?
Yeah, the denominators, right. So we know x squared minus 16 cannot equal 0, right? So we know that. And so that means that x minus 4, x plus 4 cannot equal 0. So based on that, x cannot equal plus or minus 4. So that's an excluded value right there, or two excluded values. And what else do we have to worry about?
You can't equal 0 either. But yeah, that
This 5x, right? So let's rewrite that. So 5x cannot equal 0, therefore x cannot equal 0. Okay, anything else?
Is there anything else?
Yeah, is there anything else? There is something else.
Is it 8?
Yeah, it's 8. Let's talk about this, because when we divide, we're going to have to do this. And I'm going to show you an excellent problem-solving strategy on this one here. So I'm going to put 5x minus 40 cannot equal to 0. And why can this not equal to 0 either?
Because that would mean that, it would mean that the divisor would equal to 0, and can't divide by 0.
Yeah, when we go ahead and convert this into a multiplication problem, we're going to turn this baby upside down, right?
Yeah.
And this thing up here is going to be the denominator. So a 5 times x minus 8 cannot equal 0. And so x cannot equal 8. So those would be all our excluded values. And I want to go ahead and share with you something that I had a student in 7th period who really had a good way of doing this on a calculator to check it. And what I want you to do is show you here. I'll show you in the calculator here. Can somebody tell me what that first fraction is? Because I have a hard time remembering. What is it going to be?
X minus 2.
So x minus 2 in the numerator here. And it's going to be divided by
X squared
x squared
minus 16.
minus 16. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is come over here
Wait a minute.
and divide by and make another fraction, right?
Wait, Mr. G, do you not need the other one on here?
X squared minus
It's
49.
x minus 2 and then it's x squared minus 49 on the top.
Well, right here.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay, you guys, that's what I thought you were saying. Here. X squared minus 49 up here.
Well,
No,
no,
it's
it's
X.
both of them.
It's both.
It's x minus 2 times x squared minus 49.
It's parentheses.
Okay, x minus 2, x squared minus 49. Actually, I can't remember what's being said.
Ben told you wrong. It's not your fault.
So x minus 2 and then x squared minus 49. Thank you for catching that. Like that?
Yes.
Okay, so now we go over here, right? To right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what goes up here?
5x minus 40.
5x minus 40
Over 5x.
over 5x. So everything's written right like that. Okay, then what you can do is you can graph this, but it's really not the graph of it that's important. It's what?
Whoa.
It's the table view.
Yeah.
Isn't that a weird looking fraction there? Yeah, so anyway, let's go to table view. And you should see excluded values all over the place, right?
An error.
So plus or minus, so 0 error. And then was it -8? No, it's +8, right? Okay, so they're all there. The errors are all there. So you see all the excluded values. And when you see Steve-O, thank him for that idea. That's Steve-O's problem-solving idea. Okay?
A smart young man.
Yes. And here, the thing that really surprised me about this was the calculator. I was worried about the parentheses, if you had to parenthesize this to get it right, but no, the calculator figures it all out. So I thought that's pretty good problem-solving strategy right there. Okay, let's go on to number 11. Find the product of quotient as indicated in listing excluded values. So I want to do this pretty quickly here, being that we're sort of running out of time. So we have the numerator here, we have x squared minus 4x minus 5. That's going to be equal to
X minus 5 and X plus 1.
x minus 5, x plus 1. Was that you, Gabby?
Yes.
All right, that was Gabby. Once in a while I can recognize somebody's voice. Okay, 3x minus 15 is equal to
3x minus 5.
3x minus 5. And then we have finally this x squared minus 2x minus 3. That's going to be equal to
X minus 3 and X plus 1.
x minus 3, x plus 1. And then, what are the excluded values going to be?
5, 3, and -1.
Okay, we're going to have this here. So 5, 3, and -1. Yeah, 5, 3, and -1. So x cannot equal 5, x cannot equal 3, and x cannot equal -1. And we just had to worry about these things, right? So that takes care of that. So now can we rewrite this whole thing and start canceling all over the place? We should be able to, right? At least we hope we'll be able to. So the 4 will go over there. So we get x minus 5, x plus 1. And we have that 4 there. And down here we have 3, x minus 5. And then over here we have this thing here, right? X minus 3, x plus 1. And then we have and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're left with 4 over 3 x minus 3. Does that look good? Okay, so that'll be our answer. These will be our excluded values. So we're just going to keep it right there and resume on Monday.